Harris leadership team, happy Sunday. Not really happy Sunday because we all have to go back to work tomorrow. And it is the week before spring break, so you know that we are just going to be like trudging along one foot in front of the other. All right, I have some news for you. We had some extra money in our Title II budget. I think probably around $1,000 or like a little less than that. And I wanted to be able to spend that money where we could work together and find a way to help us for next year. What we're going to do is April 11th is it is a school day, but we have pulled aside the rest of that money to be spent to where a leadership team can have an entire day together to where we can collaborate all day. And that money will be spent on your substitutes. So like all the grade levels, K1, 2, 3, 4, you will have subs in your classroom for that day for you to be available to meet with leadership team and other people. Like there'll be a sub for me, but like for Kara and Susan and Chris and like Julie and Jessica, you won't have to have subs, so you'll just be out that day for professional development. My plan is this, and that's why I made a video instead of doing an email, is to take the first half of the day and go out and visit 2 schools. I'm thinking of like a school in like the city area, like Wellston. I know Stephanie Famera is a teacher out in Obama Elementary. I'd like to go out there and see how they, just how their school works, you know, and then I'd like to go to another school, maybe like in Kirkwood or Ladue. My thinking behind it, and I know that Kara pressed me on it last week, and she said like, what do you want the leadership team to look at? You know, are we looking at instruction, how they do their math and their reading? And I said, no, I don't, instruction and curriculum is not my avenue of approach for this. I just want you to be able to go and just take in and just see how their day operates. I know Chris and I went to Harvest Ridge Elementary in Francis Howell over Christmas break one day, and we didn't have a plan. We just went in and we just took a tour with their principal, and the questions just came naturally, and we just ended up finding out like how they do their interventions, how they work with their SPED kids, how they work with their building and their expectations and things like that. And actually what followed was about a 3-hour lunch of just conversations. My point is I want to be able to take leadership team to 2 schools just to see how they operate, how they run their daily operations, maybe pull some ideas from them, and then we can go to lunch afterwards, and then we'll come back to Harris for the last half of the day and just kind of game plan for what we want our school to look like next year. I know there's going to be a book study on trauma from leadership team that Susan Ballard has picked out a book that will be good. It's a light read, like 170 pages, and keeping in mind that we also know that math curriculum is going to be new next year too. So we want to be able to not put too much on the plate to the teachers, but also be respectful of our own building. So the plan is April 11th. Leadership team's going to have a whole day together. I'm setting up school visits for 2 schools that morning, and then we'll go to lunch, and then we'll come back to Harris, and then we'll kind of game plan and kind of just talk out what our experience was with visiting those 2 schools. I've not done something like this before, but I'm pretty excited to be able to have this opportunity to take leadership team to go do like a site visit and do something like that, rather than just have our monthly leadership team meeting where it's 45 minutes of just information dissemination. I think it'll be pretty cool. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Spring break's around the corner. It'll be a good week, and I appreciate everything you guys do. And yeah, on this camera right now, I am looking at my face. It looks like I fake tanned. And if you're judging me on that, I did fake tan twice this weekend. All right, have a great Sunday. Bye.